record right away. you can't like do like 1, 2.
Yeah, I should just yeah. Man, this background music is really loud.
At least we're starting out this year with your headphone on, so you can actually hear yourself.
What? Are you saying something? No.
Last year you couldn't hear yourself, so you kept yelling because you're.
I know. The Monaco qualifying, it must have been when I was still yelling, when I didn't have my monitor on. I was like, there was parts where I was just like shouting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you still have the eat thing up.
Testing, huh? So did you watch testing this year?
Oh yeah. Oh, I thought you were testing your audio.
I'm a little testy.
Yeah, I did. I watched like
I know. I'm having flashbacks.
18 hours of it.
Wait, this is a mistake. This is all a mistake. Did this really happen? We did this? Has this been a year?
Just pie.
Well, it's pay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
pay. Are we rolling? Are we on?
Pie.
Are we live? Did you roll the intro? The music?
So to speak.
I don't even know.
So to speak.
Oh, okay.
Testing
2023.
Hey, you look pretty good.
Thank you.
In BMW.
A year older, and not any wiser.
None the wiser.
So,
Actually,
how much testing did you watch?
I haven't smoked weed in 4 days, and I swear I've already gotten like
10 points smarter.
Well, just a little bit smarter. Oh no, the noodles.
Oh.
It's been a year. You still haven't been able to cut that out? Oh, that looks good.
It is delicious.
Sometimes like the instant stuff like is actually better than the like if you go out to a restaurant or something.
Well, sometimes they overcook it, and like they're fatter noodles and like some
Exactly. Like
sometimes
you
they
don't know
good.
what you're gonna get.
Like they try too hard to be like look at our noodles.
Right, but with instant noodles, you just put the hot water in, and it's like it's always kind of the same.
And you're satisfied, right? Like you get satisfied.
Generally, from the MSG. Large amounts of MSG.
So Formula One testing, and we've reformatted our show a little bit.
Did you literally watch all of it?
We're gonna have beyond like any subject we want to talk about, we'll bring it up, and we'll talk about it, whatever the fuck it is.
I don't think.
I did watch. I watched like 16
what we were doing in the first place.
I watched like 16 hours of testing. How much did you watch?
Probably about 3. But that's that's something.
No, yeah, that's a lot. I mean, but you watched it all at once at the beginning.
It was fairly fascinating.
So you got the feeling of like just binging like 3 hours of testing. It's kind of fun, isn't it?
Sure.
I mean, it's different than the races, right? It's different than the race weekends. It's got a different vibe. It's kind of fun, yeah.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, plus it's like a really long session. I mean,
and they joke more, and you can tell that they kind of get like sleep deprived.
Yeah, exactly. Like by the 4th hour, like towards, because I kind of watched like especially the end of it, because like they're just like kind of babbling about their dogs or something like that.
Well, you can go back through and watch them because they're all on F1 TV Pro, but.
Right.
The last day, the third day.
I enjoy F1 TV Pro, and we're not sponsored by them at all.
No,
not
but see, it's kind of worth it, right?
Oh, it's only totally. There's an unimaginable amount of content on there.
Yeah.
Or stuff.
The interface kind of sucks, right? But it's
yeah. Actually, on the iPad, it's quite works.
Not so
well.
bad. Yeah.
On the computer, it doesn't.
Anywho,
actually no, it's good. It's good in all ways.
Okay.
Every way possible.
Okay, yeah, you can have that.
And we're not sponsored by them.
The end of the third day, like they were completely
F1
loopy.
TV Pro.
And they have these Las Vegas Grand Prix like jackets that they got, and they're total like sequenced up jackets, and they make them look like
Who, the announcers?
like 70s like pimps or something. Yeah. Well, Las Vegas Grand Prix representatives were there, and they were handing out jackets.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that part.
Yeah, and so it was it was like there were just these really like awful jackets that they were wearing.
I hate to get political this early, but yesterday part of I watched an hour of the first session, and they had some dude on there who was kept talking about climate change and how they're changing the cars to like turn them into a giant they'll be giant driving on giant batteries. And he just went on and on about how like the Earth is blowing up in flames.
Explode.
And I was just and the announcers all just kind of go along with it, and I was just like,
they kind of eat it.
I was just like,
so
what are they trying to do to Formula One? I mean,
so the F1 TV Pro, it's part of Skynet. I mean, Sky Network like produces it or whatever.
Skynet.
So yeah. So I heard, I saw this where people are arrested for like for social,
chaining themselves to the cars.
Yeah, just saying things. And you would think that like, Middle Eastern like countries, like people would get arrested at a higher rate, or even Russia. But England has the highest number of arrests for just offending people. And so England is just like gone all down the rabbit hole of like suck ass.
Because the UK has no constitution, that, right? Like Canada. So they like, they actually they already have thought police. Like they just come to your house and arrest you for a bad tweet or something.
Yes. And so somebody flew a big balloon outside of the Chinese embassy in London. Mm-hmm. And the police came by and go, "Oh, you're going to have to take that down because somebody might be offended." What the fuck?
Oh, like as a joke, like a balloon.
No, the
joke.
police were, they were doing a statement, like, because the Chinese have been flying all those balloons.
Hey, can you move your camera up a little bit? Because sometimes your top of your head is being cut off.
Which head?
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Which head?
Oh, a little bit. Oh, there we go.
Which head?
I'm not gonna.
My penis.
I'm not gonna say which one.
My penis.
Also, the new dog. I earlier, just about 15 minutes ago, I got my first crotch kick from the dog.
Oh, nice.
You know how that happens.
That?
Like they jump up on you and like they go, oh, and it's right at the crotch.
Yeah, right. The testicles.
Yeah, I was like, it was the first time. I was like, hey, that's a weird, opportune time.
Which testicle was gotten?
Oh, the whole thing.
Oh, all the fruit basket?
I have a significant amount of nerve damage in my body, so,
So you didn't even notice?
So there you go. No, I did notice.
But it was the whole fruit bowl got stomped.
I think even if you're like completely paralyzed, your whole body, and you're just like a head, I think you'll still notice if you get crotched by a dog. So.
That might be true.
That's my theory anyway.
So back to testing. We both watched testing this year.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be made fun of because I was the only one who watched it this year. And
I would have watched
see in the result
last year if I could have.
What'd you think about the cars? Do they look any better?
Oh yeah, much better. I think it's. I'm actually like really. That's the one thing that I took from testing. Really, the most significant thing was that the cars look much better, except for the Mercedes. It still had that thing at the end that looked like it was I was like, that thing. I don't know, like a tension wire. It's like a tension bridge wire thing. It's like holding. It's like if that tiny thing snapped, the whole car would just fall apart.
So it's called a stay. That's what they.
I guess. Yeah. I guess
that's what it is.
Call it. But
so you didn't notice those big humps
on the Mercedes?
The big humps like behind the driver's head that went all the way to the back.
Oh, in general?
Yeah, the Mercedes is the most ugly car of the bunch, I think.
Oh yeah, I mean, just their whole side pod thing. No wonder they that's why they made the car black, so that you can't, because it still looks kind of cool, and then you look closer and you go, oh, it actually almost looks worse than last year.
It's kind of like melted silly
Yeah,
putty or
because
something.
the other cars look so much better, and like and because they actually look kind of more sleeker, like like they did way in the before times, and then and even the wings like look so much better, like instead of just like the hoop like last year.
They've had a chance to kind of fine tune the engineering.
Yeah,
Which car
what?
Which car did you think was like if you had to rank the top three, what's your rank of the best looking cars?
Well, the Ferrari, although
what? Does the livery matter? Like the Brits say, like the Brits will have like preseason like livery shows where they're like, oh, that livery's great. So does the livery matter as well?
Of course, the livery is like half the battle. Actually, more than half. I mean, that's the way people get excited about the swings, or no, they call them the launches, right? The car launch.
No,
the car.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the swings.
Yeah.
Like I get excited to see like what they look like. The first time what they look like, and I can't really talk for some reason.
So what's your
Maybe
top three as far as sexiest this year? We knew that the Ferrari side pods.
The Ferrari side pods it isn't as striking as it was last year when it came
not so
out.
Volva.
Like
it doesn't look like a Volva.
Yeah, I don't want to rub myself on it.
Yeah,
but it still looks good. So I would still put it in the top 4 or 3.
And you can't include Carlos Sainz's hair because we're talking about the cars.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to see that in testing, so there was very little of Carlos Sainz's hair.
It's still there.
I think the McLaren looks better than it did last year.
Agree.
Definitely. Let's see. They all generally look better.
They all did, but they're still.
The Williams actually looks pretty good.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're probably still gonna suck, but although, see did that irk you because they have Logan Sargent and you're like kind of high on him?
No, we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that when we're talking about drivers, but we're just talking about the cars right now.
What we talk about when we talk about testing. That should be what this is called, this episode.
Yeah. So I think the Red Bull looks very similar to it did last year. I don't think it's changed all that much.
Yeah.
I think the Ferrari actually looks better than it did last year. That's it.
I think the Red Bull looks better.
That's my second.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, that's my second pick. It does look a little better, but and my most improved is the Williams.
Wait, what was your first?
Ferrari's in the top 3.
Okay.
And I think the McLaren actually looks really good, even though I think that's going to be a shit car.
You think
and that's in the top 3. And my number one car this year
livery
is the Alfa Romeo. I think they got rid of the white, and the red and the black look really good. It looks like the Marquis de Sade, like something like that.
Actually, now that I think of it, I don't think I saw the. No, of course I saw the Alphas because I saw Zhou Guan Yu driving around.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't really check out that car. It didn't really strike me as much.
It looks really good.
Maybe I should look at it more carefully. I mean, the Williams looks really nice, actually.
Yeah, it's the best. It's the most improved, right? Last year, it just was awful.
I mean, last year they didn't all have the weird vent streak things, right? Like the shark fins, the gills.
No, they didn't all have them. Right. Most of them have them now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because they were all trying to. Some of them were trying to just get all the heating right out the back of the car instead of out the side.
Now that I see the Williams more carefully, they look like they were trying to kind of copy the whole Ferrari thing, which is good. Good thing. Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of that scalping of the side pods at the top of the side pods, and then the side of the side pods looks like the.
I'm looking at the Alpha now, and it does look actually really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would put that in the top 4.
Yeah. And Mercedes is towards the back. The Aston Martin still looks like Aston Martin.
What is it?
I don't know.
An Aston has Alonso and Stroll. Is it?
Yeah.
Although Stroll might not race because
he broke his wrist. Masturbating.
You know it, right? Well, although I don't know about the.
Can you imagine if you broke your wrist? like that would be some serious,
Well,
that would be some effort.
That must. It has to be like when you're going for your like third one or something, in a row.
In an hour.
Oh, I remember when I was in my teens when I would go like, I think my most in one sitting was like 5.
Oh,
or I might have been 6. I know I think I was in the bathroom for like probably about 5 hours. And
I don't know.
I won't tell you what material I had with me. That might be embarrassing if I say what I was material I had with me.
I'm not even gonna guess because there's a chance I'll be right.
Yeah. The teens.
What about the times?
The things I stuck my thing into, and they weren't necessarily.
Yeah, I know, right?
They weren't necessarily live things.
They weren't necessarily legal
or live. Oh wait, no, I don't mean that. I don't mean like anything necro. Jeez.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Okay.
What do people think I am? I'm not saying you.
Well, inanimate. I mean, inanimate objects are not alive either. So that's just what I was thinking.
Yeah, I don't think
I wasn't thinking necro.
You know how people. I know, but that's what I thought.
I know. And I play D&D, so I deal with necromancy all the time.
I don't know. I'm looking at the McLaren right now, and it actually. I know. That's all D&D is about, right? It's like necro stuff.
Yeah.
You're constantly like either eating dead bodies or sticking parts of your body into the.
You were saying?
Yeah, we should probably stop. Yeah, the McLaren looks really good, actually, I think, from the side.
Yeah, I think it might be the slowest car on the grid.
Yeah, why? Okay, why do you say that? I don't see that.
Because their times were awful.
Yeah, but the thing about testing is like I noticed like maybe the time. I mean, how do you know what they're trying to do?
Okay, McLaren. Okay, let's find McLaren here on the
time
on the list. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't see. My glasses are so bad. I need to get some new glasses. Guan Yu Zhou. Did you know that Guan Yu Zhou was
70? But I mean,
Guan Yu Zhou is my number one China.
Oh wait! Did you know? I didn't know this, and I don't think you did either. Oh, you might have known, but there's actually 3 Asians in Formula One drivers, like last year.
Ukyo Tsunoda.
Yeah.
What's his name? And then the one from in Williams.
Yeah. You knew that. How come you didn't tell me?
You're Asian. You're supposed to know.
You're Asian?
That's not my responsibility.
No, I don't think he's Eurasian. He's from Thailand.
You're Asian.
How do I know Alex Albon is okay? Like
he's Thai or Finnish or something or
okay,
Filipino.
Him and that horrible driver that he drove with last year. The guy, horrible person. Who's it? Yeah. Jessica.
Oh, that's out of Formula
Simpson.
One right now. Yeah, I can't even remember. Yeah. What's his name?
Well, anyway,
Albon.
I noticed they both had darker like skin, but I just thought that's how they looked. Yeah. And Alex Albon does not sound like an Asian name, so. Especially
he's
Thai.
Born in England now, so he's only.
It says he's Thailand.
Well, maybe he has dual citizenship, but I'm pretty sure he was. Anyways. Back to McLaren. McLaren is 13th
anyway,
with Lando Norris. And
Norris?
And 19th with Oscar Piastri. So 13th and 19th was their best results in timing. That is not good.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, it might have been what they were doing. They might not be showing their hand.
Okay, they need to show their hand. They need to they can't just sit back.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, top teams are obviously they could just like easily lap around and like still get in the top.
Yeah. So Logan Sargent was even 16th, and everybody expected him to be absolute.
Are you
last.
saying that the McLarens might be worse than they were last year?
They might be the last, like, the worst two, like 19th and between 17th and 20th.
I don't know.
Like as far as like worst.
I kind of like
that team's
I'm kind of high on Oscar Piastri, so like I was actually gonna like pick him to be in the top 4.
Yeah, but he's 19th. He's worse than Logan Sargent.
I understand that. Like, yeah, he looks a little bit suspect, but I'm still not gonna go away from my. He might just be nervous.
So, are we doing predictions right now, as well? Like season predict. You want to do this today? Let's do those too. Might as well. Might as well get it all out. All out in the open.
No, the predictions will just come out.
Yeah.
You know how I get those premonitions. They just come out.
Yeah. So we're just gonna wait for the premonitions.
There was my first one. That's my. Well, you can do it anytime you want, of course. But there's my first one. Oscar Piastri will be in the top 4 in the drivers' standings at the end of the year.
So all the Brit shows that I watched, the car reveal shows, like they all put Logan Sargent in the season reviews, like put Logan Sargent like the worst driver of the year. Like he'll be the last place.
You mean
Do you think that's going to be
just as far as driving, or because it's the Williams?
Because of both, but mostly because of him. Like they think that
he's not good.
They think that Albon will be will be way better.
Well, were the people predicting this Brits?
Yeah, that's pretty much that's who all the shows are. Yeah,
the Brits always slag off the Americans.
Yeah,
as well they should. For Michael Andretti, for instance. But no, I think he'll be good. He looks good.
Yeah, he had a better
physically looks good.
He was faster than Alex Albon than his teammate. He was faster than him by.
Oh, you're already talking him up, huh?
Yeah, 16th to 18th.
I don't know. No,
and he may have had. Let's see. Did they put these in?
I think he will be the best. Let's just say I believe he will be the best American driver by far, out of the last whatever
in 20 years,
40 years or whatever.
Since who?
I don't know.
Michael Andretti?
Eddie Cheever? Weren't you saying he's
Eddie Cheever? Canadian? Yes. No, Eddie Cheever. Eddie Cheever was.
Oh my God! I can't believe you're going to talk about Eddie Cheever again.
Yeah, he could have. He was fast enough in the right car for a couple of years. He could have won a championship. He was pretty good.
Okay.
Michael Andretti, not so much. He kind of. I don't know if he didn't care or what, but yeah.
Well,
anyways, Logan Sargent got 229 laps in. That is third most behind Fernando Alonso and Nick de Vries.
Great hair. Logan Sargent has great hair.
Yeah, I predict so. This is the short on him, right? He didn't have enough money. He went over to Europe. He raced all the feeder series in F2. He was fighting with Oscar Piastri for the title at Mugello on the last race of the year, and he got taken out into one of those gravel traps and wasn't able to finish, so he wound up 4th. But he could have won the F2 championship. Then he ran out of money. He took a drive with a bad F3 team, or F3 to F2 team, and still a team that never won a race and wound it up like 6th or something. He is pretty good.
He's Mugello, Batman. You really know his history.
He's not Max Verstappen or Michael Schumacher, but he has talent, and I fully expect him to do well.
Yeah, but didn't Oscar Piastri won like the F2, F3?
He beat him because Logan Sargent got knocked out by another car. Otherwise, Logan Sargent would have won that F3 title.
It looks like we got a homer here.
Yeah. Everybody who's talking up Oscar Piastri, Logan Sargent is fucking right with him.
Are they really
a little bit better?
Are the Brits really slagging Logan Sargent off that?
Yeah, they expected him. Some of them said that he was going to be out by race 4, like they'd just replace him.
No.
Yeah, they were really fucking
The Brits are really just fucking assholes.
Yeah,
sometimes.
if you go to our Twitter channel,
they really
you'll see that I put a little video up there about a couple of them that are that are PUDs, and so
Yeah.
you can find that.
Oh, who's the biggest Brit PUD? F1 analyst PUD.
Matt.
He's just named Matt.
Matt the PUD.
Okay, we won't give any last names just to.
No, because they're doing a job too, right?
Yeah, I understand.
I don't hate them. I don't hate them.
If they end up being right, then
yeah.
Although
if I end up being right, then yeah, right. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
These are all predictions.
I don't even need a premonition to tell me that. There's no way that they're gonna kick out Sargent in the fourth race.
Yeah,
they're not gonna kick him out at all. Why would they?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
they might have. I don't remember. They might have said by the first half of the season, but I don't. But they did definitely say that he wouldn't make it to the end of the year.
Ooh, the Haas
and they were really
good from the top view.
Yeah,
we got a good color.
The Haas. Yeah, the Haas looks better too, right? Haas. Like all the cars look better. You're right.
Exactly. Yeah. They're just. I mean, a lot of Formula One is visual, even when they're racing around. So it's like you don't want to see these hunks of junk.
No, yeah.
Stuff
Last year they were
aesthetically not. It's like they got the cars from Walmart and just started driving on the racetrack last year.
So here's another point. Remember last year when the Williams caught on fire and almost burned down on the side of the track?
Of course, many times.
This year the team had second most laps behind AlphaTauri at 439
completed laps
total. Yeah, they actually are on top of their game a little more.
I think they're not going to be last.
They're not shit.
I'm going to make a bold prediction. Williams will not be last.
And who was last on total laps for testing? McLaren.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. I don't know how many times I saw the camera go by the McLaren pit, and they're all just standing there by the car, just with their hand, oh.
See, that just shows you that's what happens when you get sponsored by Google Chrome or just Google in general.
I agree.
Yeah, the world must de-Google. Although I'm sure we're using one of their products right now, doing what.
Well, yeah, but that's not our fault, just because there's no other alternative.
That's kind of our fault. Because it's like saying, like going to a whorehouse, well, it's the only whorehouse in town. Where else am I gonna go?
Yeah, who cares if they all have chiggers?
I think prostitution is wrong, and sexual STDs are wrong, but where else am I gonna go for that? So it's like saying that.
Yeah, well, where else are you gonna go? You didn't finish your.
Wait, I don't really know what my point was there. Oh well, okay. Google's like a whorehouse, but there was only one, so you kind of have to go there.
That's better. That's much better.
Exactly.
Because you have no choice, and you need to go to the whorehouse.
You don't need to, but you could just do other stuff.
Like sit in the bathroom for 5 hours.
with questionable material.
Remember,
like really questionable material, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So we have a few minutes left. If there's anything else you want to.
Is it possible to be a teen pedo? Like, can you be a teenager and be a pedo? It's not, right?
No, you can't. You can't statutory rape if you're under 18.
I think there's rules about. Oh no, are we going to talk about this?
No, let's not.
Okay.
Why did you bring it up? Because you know that if you don't stop it, we will talk about it.
It's not like it was on my mind or anything. it's really never on my mind.
So okay, let's go over this. The top 3-4 positions in Formula One in 2023.
Missionary first.
Okay, Max Verstappen.
The drivers.
Yeah, and teams. Yeah.
Okay, let's go the drivers first. These are predictions.
Number one,
you go drivers first.
In number one, we're agreeing with together on Max Verstappen. Is that true?
I'm not going to say it until you just do your top 4.
Well, I'm. This is kind of a. I'm not going to pick them because Max Verstappen for one.
What do you mean? These are
because I don't know which car is going to turn up because I think that the Ferrari is probably better than Mercedes, but I think Mercedes is back a bit.
Your picks. That's why they're called picks. Preseason picks.
Okay, hold on. Give me a second.
Bold. Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Take your time.
Okay. Max Verstappen, the hair,
Carlos Sainz. That's what.
Carlos Sainz.
That's what it means.
Carlos Sainz, and Pedro Rodriguez, and then Charles Leclerc.
You mean Sergio Perez?
And then Hamilton.
Wait.
And then Leclerc.
After Perez.
Hamilton.
Fourth. So those are your top four.
Yeah.
So your top four are Verstappen,
Hair,
Stuppen, Carlos Sainz,
and then Sergio
Perez, and Hamilton. Okay.
Hamilton, and then Leclerc.
Okay, here are my top four.
Top five.
Oh, I don't want to do five. I'm not doing five. I can't go that far.
Okay.
Okay. Mine is Leclerc first. Verstappen second. Perez third. George Russell fourth. I'll do a five. I'll do a fifth. Hamilton.
You didn't even pick the hair to be in the top five.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. My fifth one will be the hair. Science. Carlos Sainz.
I
didn't want to pick Hamilton. Because
you're picking Hamilton not to be in the top five. So Hamilton's done.
Hamilton would be
He's
sixth.
done.
Well, he'd be sixth.
So his career is done, though. He's not going to win any more titles.
I don't think he cares anymore. I don't think he has the thing.
No, he wants 8 so he can be above Schumacher.
I don't think he cares. Because he's tied with him, right?
Yeah.
Wait, he has 7 championships?
Uh-huh.
That's a lot.
Uh-huh.
I don't think he cares. He's still tied with number 1. I mean, if you're tied with Schumacher, that's pretty plus, it's kind of like he has the upper hand on Schumacher.
So okay. This is quick.
Because Schumacher, it was pretty obvious he had the best car by far for many of those years, championships.
What about those 2 years he did not? What about those 2 years he did not?
Exactly, and that he wasn't in the Ferrari. But Hamilton, it was only clear maybe 3 years at most that he had the best car. No. I don't think so. Not by far.
Okay, the McLaren was an Adrian Newey car that was the best car on the grid. The Mercedes during the new era, had the best engine by far.
It's arguable.
And killed the competition the whole time. So he had the best car every championship. Michael Schumacher, 2 of those years, one Senna got killed, okay, and he had to run into Damon Hill. But that second year, he did not have the best car.
Oh no, when he was at Benetton, that was
and he still won the title the second year. Michael Schumacher's career, I think, to me, is more impressive because of those Benetton years.
Right, but if you gave Hamilton like say a slightly shittier car than the top, I think he still could have won too. Just like but I'm just saying that when he was those Mercedes years, like maybe 3 of them, it was clearly the car was the top, but the gap wasn't as high as like when Schumacher was at Ferrari. The gap was like ridiculously high.
Okay, look at that. The 2 years that they actually gave a similar car to a competitive driver to Hamilton, he lost one of those titles to Nico Rosberg. And Nico Rosberg beat him.
Yeah, but Nico Rosberg is pretty good.
But not without the pure talent. That's a knock against him. He got beat by his teammate.
I don't know.
Schumacher never lost.
Pretty good.
Schumacher never lost a title to his teammate.
Like Nico, that doesn't.
That is a direct 1-to-1 comparison. Because it's a direct 1-to-1 comparison in the same car.
Shuey had no real. Who was Shuey's next competitor?
Well, Felipe Massa that 1 year was pretty good.
Sure,
he could.
He almost could have won the championship, but he didn't.
But no, because Schumacher crushed him.
Yeah, but okay, on another team.
And that year before, Nico Rosberg should have won that title the year before as well. That would have been 2 titles for Rosberg.
I can't believe you're doing this. But what other drivers on any other team during the Schumacher years would have been in the Ferrari and, beat Schumacher in the same car? Hakkinen? No way he was... I mean, he was pretty good, but he was nowhere near like
as what?
Schumacher. Or I mean, he
okay,
was
so
near.
you're saying that Schumacher was just way better than any other driver of that era?
No, I'm saying the car was. I mean, he was too.
So Hakkinen in the same. So Hakkinen in the same car wouldn't beat him.
I'm just saying it's arguable overall that Hamilton is necessarily like not as good as Schumacher.
No, I think that is true.
I think it's hard to say.
Schumacher is the king still. He's still the GOAT. You know, the GOAT. That's what we like to say in America. No matter what, even if Hamilton won.
The GOAT.
So okay, Jimmy Johnson in NASCAR has seven titles. Richard Petty has 7 titles as well. Richard Petty is way fucking more, a way better, you know, talent.
What about
than Jimmy Johnson?
Earnhardt. Huh? You don't count Earnhardt.
No, Earnhardt only has 5.
What about that guy the Jeff Gordon dude? He was pretty.
He only has 4 or 5.
Yeah, but he was pretty good. He could add more.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying that the King has 9.
NASCAR.
The King has 199 races he won.
Yeah, but he raced in what, the 70s? That was when they were still like bootlegging. They actually had liquor in the back of their cars.
The 60s, 70s, and 80s. Yeah,
exactly.
Did, yes.
You can't compare. I mean, those are just different eras.
Your mom. To try to figure out what was going on. All right.
Wow.
That about does it.
And you think your doors are locked? Oh, we didn't pick the teams, the top 3 teams.
Okay, pick a.
Oh, wait,
well,
I'll go first.
Yeah.
Red Bull first, Ferrari second, Mercedes third. Oh. That's pretty rote, I guess. But
yeah.
Oh no, I'm gonna pick McLaren third.
Oh no, you cannot. They're going to be awful.
Actually, I can't. Yeah, because I don't have either of their drivers in that top 5. But I'm going to do it anyway.
Okay.
Okay, you do.
So Red Bull.
It could happen.
Mercedes and Ferrari. I don't know if Ferrari has still fixed their engine problems where they can't turn up the power all the way because they won't.
Third, really?
Yeah, because their engines won't last the season.
That's quite.
They may still have engine performance issues, you know, long term. But anyways, that's our first show of the year. I think it went way better than our first show last year. So everybody go over to Rumble. We're also on Rumble. Watch us on Rumble.
But it's all very subjective. I mean, last year it was maybe like this could be that our show could be like Richard Petty.
And we also might
Tom Petty. Is that?
We also might be on Tinder and Grindr. You could check us out. It might be there.
Oh, also on Twitch and Discord and Vimeo.